So welcome back, friends, to another episode of Antlered Pursuit. Today we're also going to be fishing the Shoshone River, a different section. Last time we fished upriver to the rapids down. We're going to be fishing still rapids, but it's going to be a little bit deeper water. I was talking to a local, and he said downriver there's a big pool, about 14 to 18 inch rainbows like chilling in that hole. So he saw a bunch of them this past weekend. So we're going to go ahead and try that out. I also did buy some tippet, some extra fly line, and also the tippet, just in case we run short. We can have some more to tie up. But we're going to go ahead and go down there. Hopefully get some nice rainbow, brown trout, or whatever I want to film for you. So enjoy today's episode. It's going to involve fly fishing. It's going to involve, you know, living the dream in the outdoors. So stay tuned. We're going to go ahead and give it a shot down the old Shoshone River. Last episode we were running extremely low on tippet, so I'm just here re-adding some 4 and some 6X real quick. Make sure we're all set to go. Alrighty, I guess we have to go down this big little cliff here before we start. Hopefully we don't fall. Whoa, this is sketchy. Come on. I have one hand to deal with because I have my fly rod and my camera in the other hand. This is not exactly the most efficient way to go down a mountain, but whoa, all right, be careful. Don't want to die before we catch a trout. After we catch a trout, then we can die, but not before, Weaver, not before. Oh, there was a splash right there. You see that? They're surfacing, chasing something. That's all. That's just a start too. Now, something I do notice is see my shadow over there, guys. We have to be very careful with our shadow not disrupting the not going into the water too much. And the wind here is just brutal. As far as that goes, we gotta be a little careful. But I think we could catch some today. Very, very good conditions. First cast. Let's see what we can do here. I got my shadow right on the water. I do not want that, but I can't really help it. It's situated. Got one. There he is. There he is. There he is. Not a big trout. Caught the first trout of the day. Not a big one. On the, I'm using 6X at the front. He does have a lot of energy still, though. Nice silver looking rainbow. There we go. There you go, buddy. Okay. First fish, maybe about 12 inches. Not a bad one to start off at all. You know, I gotta say, the fish here fight so hard compared to Pennsylvania. I don't know if it's the fact that they have good food or, you know, fighting heavy current. They just pull so much harder. Look, in Pennsylvania, that fight would have been done by truck trout with truck trout in, you know, 30 seconds. Here, it takes about, you know, 2 minutes to bring that sucker in. Oh, now this is a cool spot. As you can see, it goes from there's like a cliff. This is a sweet spot. We're gonna catch a trout down here. I don't want my shadow to touch the water. I remember that was possibly the reason why I didn't catch any fish earlier. But see if we can change it up here. I'm not a big fan of these bobbers, to be honest. There's one, big one. First cast. That's a nice fish. First cast. That's a nice trout. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a nice trout. We're getting better size. That one's probably pushing 13 inches. There you go, just like that. Awesome. That was actually the first cast in this little pocket. What it pretty much is it's a deep hole in the center of the river, surrounded by rock. Catch 2 in that little spot. That would be something else, right? That would be pretty cool if we caught 2 right there. I really do want to catch a brown though. That's something that I would be totally explosive about if I caught a brown. I mean, that's my jam right there. Big brown trout. Oh, nothing better than that. Right there should be a little nice spot. It's a bad drift by me. There's one right there. Oh, it broke off. Broke off. Right there should be a little nice spot. Bad drift by me. There's one right there. Oh, it broke off. Broke off. Oh, bad drift. Broke my line, guys. How about that cast? That's a good cast, I would say. Oh, something there. That's also a nice cast. Start headwaters. There's a big one. Big trout. Big trout. Big trout. Big one. Big. Nice trout. That's the biggest one yet. Monster, but that's a nice trout. PB on the Shoshone so far. There you go. That's so cool. Awesome. Alright guys, well, I want to tell you something about fishing out west real quick. Fishing out west compared to East Coast, man, that's something to think about, right? Some people might say out west fishing is a little more difficult or easier than East Coast. And I'm going to say personal experience from just coming out East Coast to west, it's a lot more easy. It's so much more easy to catch fish out here in comparison to the small creeks we have back home. One reason being how much fish people actually fish that stream back home. A lot of times we have truck trout, which are pretty much stocked trout in the water because so many people catch them and take them. There's not many fish in that creek, and when there's so many people fishing that creek, it's a lot harder to catch that trout, you know, because there's so much fishing pressure. Out here we have huge creeks that run rivers that last 50, 100, 200 miles, 300 miles, huge. And with the population of actual people living in the state being a lot less than East Coast, it makes it a little more easier to catch the trout because you have so much room to fish. And a lot of these trout, I've never even seen a fly. And, you know, I bet you some of these trout have been caught, right? Right next to the road. But a lot of them probably have never seen the fly. And there's probably 20, 25-inch rainbow brown trout in here that maybe only were caught one time in their 10, 12-year-old lifespan. You know, that's something to think about. So, if you are from the East Coast and want to go out to the West Coast, keep in mind, you don't have to be the most amazing fly fisherman. I'm not that good, to be honest with you. I'm not that good at all, I guess. So, yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Well, I hate to say it, but we're going to have to call it quits for today. We didn't have too much time to fish, unfortunately. We have to get back to class, obviously, for obvious reasons. But let's just go through what trout we caught real quick here. We got 2 trout on a pheasant tail beadhead nymph type thing, and then we lost one on that same fly. So that was 3 fish on that one fly, and I fished that thing for about a half an hour. And then I switched over to one that's a little bit different. I'll show you a picture of it. It's a little bit different, a little bit more bigger profile, and I only caught one in about half an hour using that. So I'm gonna have to honestly say that first fly was doing a little bit better for us. I'm gonna have to get some more of that, and we're gonna come right back to the stream, or go out a different stream the next episode. But if you guys enjoyed this little episode of fly fishing the Great West here in Wyoming on the Shoshone River for rainbow trout, I still want to catch a brown trout, but we're still trucking along with some rainbows. If you enjoyed this, video and you want to see more videos out west, more videos like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, click that bell. You know, we got some beautiful, beautiful water fish, more nice and turquoise colored. You know, we got ponds on top of Yellowstone to fish for tiger. It's just, there's some beautiful, beautiful fish out here. And with this being the first year, we're here to learn some stuff. We're here to share the information I find with you guys. And if you want to see some more of that stuff, well, do what you need to do. And I'll see you guys next time on Antlered Pursuit TV. Sign off.